Hello, and welcome to your nervous system orienting meditation. This is going to be a fairly simple meditation that incorporates a nervous system orienting practice, which is basically orienting is a form of regulating the nervous system, which we naturally do when we are just in our daily life, in our natural environments. It's where we naturally, for example, say that you're out in nature and you hear a rustle in the bush or a crack of a twig somewhere, and your nervous system, your body naturally alerts you to the direction of that sound to sense whether there's danger or not, to sense whether there's something you need to respond to or not. And as soon as you come into the awareness of whether there's something that you need to be aware of, whether there's an animal or creature, any form of danger, once your body recognizes that there's no danger or threat, your system relaxes back again. So orienting is this thing that we naturally do all throughout the day, where we're listening to our environment, we're looking at our environment, we're feeling our environment at a kind of kinesthetic nervous system level, perhaps an electrical level, where we're sensing movement, sound, visual stimuli, feelings. But we can incorporate this practice in a conscious way to help regulate our nervous system by listening to our environment and consciously recognizing that in this moment we're safe, there's no threats and danger, and we can encourage our nervous system back into a state of safety. So it's something that we naturally do, especially if you've been in environments that are quite perhaps stressful, or there was a lot of danger. You're going to be constantly listening for sounds, voices, banging, crashes, shifts in people's moods, if that's related to people being dangerous. And that is how you sense whether in that moment your body is safe, whether you are safe in that environment, or whether you need to brace yourself or put yourself in some other state of adjustment to keep yourself safe. So using that example of listening to your environment, this meditation is really going to be connected to audio orienting. So using our ears and our listening to sense our environment and to give our nervous system the feedback that our environment is safe, provided that's what we're hearing as we're listening. So this meditation is going to be eyes closed, and firstly I'll guide you into the meditative state part, and then I'll guide you through a process of listening to your surroundings. And you'll notice as you start listening to different aspects of your surroundings that your nervous system will start to slowly stabilize a little bit more. If you're in a kind of a slightly buzzed state, which is often like a bit of a flight state in your system, or even if you're in a shut down state, or if you're in fight, flight, or of that freeze, shutdown state, any of those states, the orienting can help because it's going to pull you back into a level of safety. So it will create a little bit more activation in your system. If you're in a shutdown state, bring you back into that balance. If you're in a flight state, it should start to gently, subtly soothe that flight state to go, okay, there's no threats right now, I don't need to run. And if you're in a fight state, it's that same thing. Okay, I'm not in danger in this moment. That brace to protect, that activation to protect can just soften right now because there's nothing I need to fight back against to keep myself safe. Okay, so we're going to start by having your eyes closed, placing both hands down on your thighs, and provided you're able to breathe in and out through your nose, we're going to be breathing in and out through our nose. Just making sure you're comfortable here in whatever way you're seated. Breathing in and out through your nose. And just right now really feeling and sensing your body in time and space. So feeling your hands on your legs, feeling your buttocks on whatever you're seated on. So just noticing the texture perhaps, whether it's a hard chair, a soft surface, a pillow, a bed, the earth, cement. So whatever you're seated on, just noticing how that feels, the connection between your legs, your buttocks, and that surface. And then bring your attention down into your feet. Noticing your feet and your toes, and just relaxing your toes. You can wriggle your toes a little bit if you like. And while you're doing this, just remembering your breathing. Not really a forced breathing, just a noticing how your breathing is going in this moment. And then just feeling your thighs, if they're in contact with a surface or a chair or wherever you're seated. Just feeling into that contact, noticing where your thighs make contact with that surface and where your thighs don't. So where your thighs are in contact with clothing or air. And then feeling into your back. So you may be seated somewhere that doesn't have back support. So just notice how your back feels and see if you can relax in your posture a little bit if there's no back support. And just allow your spine to be gently lifted. So you'll notice gently tucking your chin, lifting up through the back of your neck. So you're tucking your chin, and so the back of your neck kind of elongates that little bit. Lifting through the crown of your head, not too much, just enough to kind of create a sense of space through your torso, through your chest. And once you've got that sense of space, just relaxing as well. So you're opening up, but then you're relaxing. So you're not trying to hold yourself propped up in space, but you're just getting out of any kind of compressed states in your body and then relaxing. So as you're breathing, space can kind of move through into your belly, into your chest. And there's a sense of ease about yourself. So you're just breathing in and out through your nose. And breathing into your belly. And just taking 3 breaths here. Notice your breath moving in and out and into your belly. One more breath. So continuing to allow your breath to naturally flow in and out through your nose, bringing your mental awareness into your hands, just feeling if they're resting on your thighs or whatever surface, and feeling where your hands and fingers connect with that surface, and noticing your wrists, noticing your forearms and your elbows, and bring your attention into your upper arms, your shoulders and your underarms. And bring your attention into the sides of your neck, the front of your throat, and the back of your throat. So the back of your neck. Just softening in your throat. Softening in your jaw, your tongue, your gums around your teeth. Softening through your lips, the top and the bottom lip, around your nose, your cheekbones, your cheek muscles, sides of your face, your eyebrows, your forehead, your temples, softening on the crown of your head, the back of your head, and the sides of your head. And just feeling your scalp, your entire head, your kind of skull area. So the surface, the top of your head, the back and the sides, feeling that all at the same time in the front of your face, just noticing your head area. And relaxing your shoulders. And just breathing here. So allowing your body to feel completely relaxed, or as relaxed as you are able to in this moment. And all that really means, if you've got stuff going on internally, if you've got feelings, emotions, if you have any kind of states of dysregulation, which can mean if you feel like a bit of anxiety, maybe some subtle stress or pressure or tension in your system, in your muscles, or if you feel like a real fight and flight state, just notice that right now. Don't try to change it. See if you can be with it. And what I really mean by that is stay feeling connected to your body. Stay feeling connected, feeling your breath. So feel your breath as it comes in and out of your body. Feel it both in a sensory way. So how does it feel in terms of the air moving in and out of my body? And don't try too hard with this. Just see if you can naturally allow this awareness. And how does it feel emotionally as I breathe? As a feeling sense with a more kind of emotional quality. Now, you're not really looking for an emotion as such, but when I say the difference between feeling your breath in a more emotional way, it's mood. How does the mood feel? Like, do you feel, as you're breathing, does any feelings of irritation, maybe joy, maybe warmth, maybe just stability, neutrality? That's what I mean by feeling. And then when you're sensing your breath in a physical way, in a literal sense, feeling the sensation of air coming through your nostrils. So there's two different types of feeling I'm talking about there. Don't try too hard with that, but just as you're breathing, just notice what's going on right now. You don't need to do anything about what is going on, just notice it. This is how I am, this is how I feel, this is what's happening right now, nothing wrong with any of it, and nothing to change. So we're just going to take 3 more breaths here, just paying attention, just being with yourself, with your body, with what's going on inside right now. Now, with that awareness of what's going on inside of you, so it's a felt sense of how you are in this moment. I want you to bring that felt sense, or just, if you can't really grasp that, and that's fine either way, just bring mental awareness. That'll do for now. And that's also adequate. That's fine too. Bring a felt sense or your mental awareness down through the middle of your chest, down through the middle of your diaphragm, stomach area, and bring that felt sense right down to your hips and let it just settle and sit right in your coccyx. That felt sense of awareness. Some people will call this embodiment, presence, grounding your energy into this part of your body. if you can just bring a felt sense, I'm feeling this part of my being, my awareness, I'm feeling it come through the center of my chest, through my stomach area, and letting that feeling sense or that awareness settle in my hips and let it really sit in my coccyx area. And just take 2 breaths here with that feeling. And now with this feeling of kind of being quite present with yourself, we're going to shift our awareness into that auditory orienting. So we're just shifting our focus now external. So firstly, we got really present internally, what was happening internally. You could call that internal orienting to your own sense of self, being present with one sense of self as a feeling. And now I want you to bring your attention to your ears, to listening. So this is auditory orienting. What can you hear just right now? Don't try to catch every single sound. Just notice what pops out to you. What are you hearing right now? Just listen for a moment. Just listen for all the sounds that are popping up for you. Okay, and I want you to now listen over to the left side of you. What can you hear coming from the left side of you, or coming from the left direction? So through your left ear, left side of time and space. What sounds are dominant there, if any? Then you might not hear anything. It might be the as Simon and Garfunkel say, the sound of silence, which strangely enough is actually a sound. But if that's what you're hearing, then just quietness. Listen for that. And then just shift over to the right side. So through your right ear, through the right side of you, what can you hear coming from the right side of you? From the direction that is the right side. Just listening to the right side. Okay. Now, with both ears, I want you to listen behind you. What can you hear coming from behind you? What sounds seem to be sitting in the direction that is behind you? Just listen behind yourself. Okay, bringing that attention back to your center, and you might have guessed this one, we're now going to listen in front of us. So what can we hear coming from the direction that is in front of us? From the front side of ourselves, the direction in time and space that's in front of us. Out ahead, what do we hear coming from that direction? And now coming back center and just listening. Are there any sounds above you? Can you hear any sounds coming from above your head, skyward? Just listen there. Is there anything up there that you can hear? bringing that attention back to center again and down below. So in the earth, is anything you're hearing coming from just the direction of downward, the earth, the ground, a hum, or just sounds that seem to kind of emerge from below you? Or, if you're hearing like crackling on the ground, that's still below you in terms of where you're sitting or standing in time and space. So just sense if you can hear anything. It might just be an idea of being able to hear something coming from below you. Just listening. Okay, and bringing your awareness and attention back to center. And now, listening through both ears, listening all around you. What can you hear coming from all directions? Don't strain too hard to try to catch every sound. Just notice. You're picking up on things coming from every direction. There's sound coming at you from potentially every direction. So you're really feeling yourself inside of time and space, inside of this really active, kind of vibrating universe where there's things happening all around you, but you're actually listening. What's going on? Just listen for a moment. If you're not really hearing anything, that's okay too. And all those sounds, if you're in a busy space, might just mash up into like a strange kind of hum or make its own kind of orchestra, and just let that happen. And now, bring your attention back inside. Just take a few breaths here. Let's take 3 to 4 breaths. Just breathing in and out through our nose, still connected to our inner world and the outside world at the same time. So you're still listening, but you're listening inward at the same time. So just a couple of breaths here. And while you're still breathing, just bringing that auditory listening internally. So listening to your own body, listening to what's happening in your own body. So that could be things like your breathing, the sound of your own breath, or your stomach gurgling, or gulping, or swallowing, any sounds that kind of just happen as a result of your body being alive, existing in this moment. See if you can hear anything there. Now, this is assuming you're in a space quiet enough to hear the sounds of your own body, but just see if there's anything you can hear through being quite present and connected to yourself right now. Still breathing as you do so, just a couple of breaths. Okay. Keeping your eyes closed, I want you to bring your attention into your hands and your feet, and just take a couple of breaths here while feeling into your body. So we're moving that awareness from just listening and coming back into really feeling your body. So feel your legs, feel your calves, your feet, your heels, your toes. Feel your hands, the warmth of your hands resting on your legs or whatever surface they're resting on. Feel your hips, your back, the back of your neck, your throat, feeling the front of your chest, your belly, the tops of your thighs, the fronts of your shins, the tops of your feet, and feeling your head softening through your face, feeling the top of your scalp, the back of your head, sides of your head, and in and around your ears. And bring your attention back into your hands and feet. Just feeling the warmth there, if they're provided your hands are warm. And just taking 3 breaths here. Staying connected to the feeling of your hands in contact with whatever surface they're on, and your feet, and just breathing into that. So bring that attention fully back into our body in a feeling sense, in being really present with ourselves and our bodies in a more physical way. Couple of breaths here. Okay, taking a really deep breath in through your nose and gently blowing that out through your mouth. 2 more times. Deep breath in. Breathing out through your mouth. Again, 1 more time. Breathing out through your mouth. And gently wriggling your fingers and toes. Bring movement back into your body. And you can, if you'd like to, just rotate your ankles and your wrists. Bringing presence and movement back into your body so you're getting connected with your body and grounded. And gently turning your head left to right. Breathing as you do this. And bring your head back to center. Taking another breath or 2 here. And just taking a moment to feel how your body is feeling. Feel how you are feeling after that practice. And just see where you're at right now. And you can stay here and just chill out a bit with your eyes closed a bit longer if you like. But when you're ready, and if you're ready, gently open your eyes. And I hope you continue on and have a lovely evening or day. And I hope you enjoyed this practice.